Hello, it's Elaine from Penguin Place Crafts. So last night I started my newest scrap bags. This time I combined two that had a lot of little skeins in there because I figure there were some colors in common between the two bags. By combining the two of them, I ended up with a lot of a dark blue, a royal blue, a blue, green, purple variegated, a brown, green, black, a camel variegated, black. So I've got bright blue. So I've got like 5 or 6 Ziploc bags that each have a couple of ounces of one color. Yeah, you have to tie on a new ball of yarn more often than usual, but I can work around that. So I took some of the royal blue and the blue, green, purple variegated. I looked through my, can't see them now because I'm at a different angle, my notebooks. I pulled out the notebook with dinosaur patterns, and I'm just leafing through looking for one that would be well suited to stripes. Okay, I found one. It's a free pattern from the Yarnspirations website. It's called Crochet Adorable Dinosaur Toys. So if you did a search, because it'll take me a day or two to get the link into the description because of my aversion to working on the laptop. If you searched Yarnspirations Adorable Dinosaur, it'll pop up. So this is made, the pattern calls for the Ogo yarn in peacock, and they want you to go through the yarn and cut it up into the different colors. Well, I used worsted weight yarn, and they had 3 colors. So there's my dinosaur. Ta-da! And I still have like half of the yarn left for this variegated and this royal blue. I was thinking, he needs arms. I'm like, no, he's got 4 legs down here. I guess if he's got 4 legs down here, then there's nothing left for up here. But it just seems like he needs arms. I did pull out some green from one of the miscellaneous bags for his spikes. Trying to think, did I divert from the... Did I go rogue? Yes, I did go rogue. For their head, when they did the increases here, they had the increases just like single crochet 3 increase times 6. So I didn't do that. I put all 6 increases up at the top. It was like 6 single crochet, 6 increases, 6 single crochet. And then the next time there was an increase row, 6 single crochet increase times 6, 6 single crochet to get more of a defined snout on him rather than just a head that tapers up evenly all the way up. I got this going. And for the spikes, you're supposed to chain 50 and then work the little spike pattern. And I thought, what if I chain 50 and it doesn't go all the way? So I did my usual like chain 5, half double crochet, half double crochet, and then you've got a little bit of space for the next one between them. So I just did it one at a time until I had enough. But the big ball of yarn, the big ball of green that I had pulled out was actually several strands. wrapped together into the ball. So I ran out of yarn like at the very last spike, and then I had to get another piece of yarn just for sewing it on. Couldn't leave a yarn tail, there was nothing left to leave. So I have already started another dinosaur. I was looking over my to-do list of stuff I want to restock. I have an Etsy listing for a pattern called Hatching Party by 1 and 2 Company. It's dinosaurs that have just hatched out of their eggs. Some of them are, well, most of them are still wearing the little eggshell. It looks like they're wearing a diaper, but it's actually supposed to be the eggshell that they just hatched partially out of. And then there's one that is an egg that has feet coming out of it, like that's the little brother who hasn't completely hatched yet. So I keep making the big brothers and offering a special price if people buy both of them, but people just keep buying the big brother and not the little one. So I'll restock the big brother again. While I was on the Yarnspirations website, verifying that the dinosaur pattern was still available, I found another one I want to try. It's a teddy bear in a sweater. Here we go. My printer decided that it was going to print it in portrait instead of landscape, so this is tiny type. Ugh, nasty. I'm going to have to get my extra strength readers out for this one. But I was thinking these sweaters would be great for scrap yarn. I'm going to take some brown out, but I could do striped sweaters to use even smaller, even the tiny little things of yarn for that pattern. I also got an email today from Olive at Stringy Ding Ding. I love that name. She has 4 new free patterns. There was a rat. I don't know. I make possums. I make hedgehogs. I don't know if I want to make a rat. Where's my tea? I've got some decaf vanilla chai, and when I first came back, it was like too hot to sip. Getting better. Okay, second pattern that's free from Stringy Ding Ding, if you go to her website and look, is a butterfly with heart wings. That'd be really cute for Valentine's Day. I don't have any shows before Valentine's Day, so I don't know if I'll be making that one this year. I'm looking at a mini elephant, a mini no-sew elephant. I could give that a try. I do the one. I got one from Instagram that I do. So I'll see if this one is any easier, different, if I like this one better. Let's see. And the fourth one was a sloth with a little heart, like a sloth holding a heart. It's adorable. So many free patterns, so little time. And then another one. Oh dear, 2 more. I have so many projects I want to do. And I was trying to figure out some more that will use up the smaller balls of scrap yarn. Well, this one would take bigger yarn. I saw a plush bunny free on Ravelry by Amy Lehman. So I'll put the name up there. I have a saved search on Ravelry that it will show me all of the new free crochet amigurumi patterns. Sometimes some might slip through, especially if the designer has not clicked all the right boxes when they are labeling their pattern. But I get a lot of trails to go down to find new patterns here. And someone had mentioned crayons. Making crayons. So I did find one that I'm going to look up and print that out. See if I can. I may have to print out a picture of real crayons to have the idea of what color between the crayon and the label. There's usually the two different shades to know which way to go here. It's been a long time since we had crayons in our house. Crayons, any crayons that I'm finding around here now, go to the grandchildren. If I color, I use colored pencils. But there was a time when we had lots of crayons around here. It was decades ago. My oldest just turned 37 last week. So my youngest turns 27 next month. It's tough when you realize that your baby girl is getting close to 40 years old. Nah. She's still in her 20s. I'm sure she would not want to relive her 20s. The difficulty of med school. That was getting into med school, and it was difficult. It was a long road. Now she's all settled, as a precious little girl. But the 20s, the late teen years and the 20s, there were some rough roads there. So for all three of them, the youngest, when she was in her teens, was when she was diagnosed with Crohn's disease. And that was a long road trying to get a diagnosis and a treatment plan in place. Okay, so right now I have a dinosaur on the hook. I'm going to go work on that. I'm almost done with the head. It's almost time to start cooking dinner for the day. For those of you who like to know, it's Sunday. It's going to be, there's chicken in the crock pot. Put that in the air fryer with Chevetti's barbecue sauce. That takes 20 minutes to cook. While that's cooking, I'm going to make some rice. And we have some leftover black beans from a meal earlier this week. So I think I'll do like rice and beans and sort of a rice pilaf with beans in it. Just using up the leftovers in the fridge. I'll have to see what I can come up with for a vegetable. I know there's cauliflower in the vegetable keeper. So there'll probably be some, maybe, no, I can't do cheesy cauliflower because I'm using the air fryer, and I can't use the air fryer and the microwave at the same time. My husband is afraid I'll blow a fuse. So whatever I do a vegetable with, it's got to be on the stovetop. We're still having winter weather. Driving to church this morning was a challenge. The traction control light was coming on my car dashboard like, roads are slippery. We are using the traction control feature of your car. It's like, yeah, I know. To get to church, I had to stop at a stop sign, make a right-hand turn, and go up a pretty steep hill. And there was a woman walking her dog down the hill. So it's like, okay, I have to wait until she gets down towards the bottom of the hill so I can look and make sure nobody's coming, swing around her, and be back in my lane before I get too close to the top. But I swung around her, and then my car starts spinning a little bit because trying to go up the hill with all that snow and not getting much traction. So the first almost 2 miles of the trip snow-covered, slippery roads. Then I turned onto one of the main drags, and it was clear sailing for the rest of the way. But it's just like, I'm done with winter. I want spring. I've had enough. My husband was saying, at least this is pretty snow. It's staying nice and white and pretty looking. It's not like some winters where it thaws a bit and it gets muddy looking and dirty and all this. It's a nice, pretty white snow. But it's still snow. Move on, move on. Let's have some spring. Okay. Oh, think of my penguin mug. Yeah, there's a story behind this one too. These were, I think it was Rite Aid. A drugstore was clearing out their Christmas inventory. And I got one of these for like $1, $1.50. I think it was my youngest daughter at the time. She was pretty little. And she was helping in the kitchen and she dropped it and she broke it. And she was so upset that she broke my penguin mug. So I went back to another Rite Aid or whatever it was. And they still had them on the clearance, Christmas clearance. So when she came home from school that day, I said, you know how you felt really bad that you broke my penguin mug? Don't worry, I got another one. And it doesn't matter if you break this one, because, and then I reach into this bag, I got a backup. And if this one breaks, I got another backup. I bought 3 of the same mug. And I think this is still the original, well, the second one to replace the one she broke. So apparently getting a backup mug is the secret to not breaking your mug. As if I don't have enough penguin mugs in our cupboard. There was a time there when every Christmas somebody was giving me a penguin mug. So there are a lot of them. And now I have mugs with my grandchildren on them. So it's a competition. What do I want to use? My penguin mug or my grandchild mug? But when I'm doing a video, I figure I should do a penguin mug. Just not to show off the grandchildren without permission from the parents. So I shall take my tea out to my chair and maybe get in a little bit of craft time before I start on dinner. No, it's afternoon. It's 12:09. It's time for me to go out to the kitchen and start on dinner. After dinner, I can craft. So, thank you for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow. Maybe I'll have that dinosaur done, and maybe I can get one of these new projects all done too. I've got the whole day. I'm not going anywhere. We're not going to any Super Bowl parties. We're staying home where it's warm. The wood stove's going. Bye-bye.